now.
Sorry, I gotta be, sorry, let me change voices.
Pick a pirate.
There you go, alright. And I was on my poop deck and I looked out and I saw Little Joe's ship being hit with cannonballs left and right, and I looked to my first mate and I said, "First mate, make the ship ready to sail." And he said, "Aye, aye."
Aye, aye.
That's right, and we drove out in the storm. It was a horrible storm, and the wind was blowing us back and forth and back and forth. There you go, now you got it. And the waves were coming up over the deck, I tell you. But still, that one ship was hammering that other ship with cannonballs. And from way off in the distance, I heard a man scream. Already screamed like a woman, I know. But still, that one ship was hammering that other ship with cannonballs. There was blood in the water, and we were coursing through the waves, and the wind was blowing us back and forth and back and forth. Still, the sea spray. And still, that one ship was hammering that other ship with cannonballs, and more men screamed. In the water and sharks were circling around, and I looked at me first mate, a very delicate lady, and I said, "First mate, make the cannons ready to fire," and she said, "Aye, aye."
Aye, aye.
There you go. And we drew in close, and all of a sudden as we drew in the range, I looked at the starboard side and starboard side, prepare to fire guns and fire! Cannonballs shrieked across the water, and hitting the one ship, there was blood, there was timber, and more men screamed! And the wind was blowing us back and forth and back and forth, and still the seas But still that one ship was hammering that other ship with cannonballs. There was blood, there was sharks, and more men screamed! And they screamed like the ladies! You ladies know how to scream. All right, there you go. And I looked at my first mate and said, "First mate, make the starboard guns ready to fire." And she said, "Aye, aye." And the cannons fired! Cannonballs shrieking over the water and hitting the one jack. There was blood everywhere, and more men screamed! And the wind blew us back and forth and back and forth. And this time there was no sea spray. I don't know what happened really. There you go. It was an odd thing. And then I saw Little Joe standing on the deck one moment, issuing orders, and then one cannonball fired. It flew across the waves, hit Little Joe in the head, and he fell dead to the deck. Dead to the deck. He fell dead to the deck. And more men screamed. And the wind blew us back and forth and back and forth. And the sea spray was horrible. We were being blown farther and farther away, and the last thing we saw as we sailed out of sight was Little Joe dead in the deck, his head being chewed on by a walrus. Don't actually chew it, sir. Don't actually chew it. There you go. And that is the tragic tale of Little Joe Blackham. And more men screamed. There you go. I like you folks. I really do.
Excellent.
Did you catch it? Maybe we ran out of tape.